there, Gemini, and welcome to your January 2025 horoscope. Here's how this is going to work. I know people are usually listening to horoscopes for their sun sign, but if you know your ascendant, this horoscope is going to prove much more accurate for you. If you listen to it for your ascendant first, moon sign secondarily, and third, if you really wish to listen to it for your sun sign, but ascendant and moon sign will be most accurate. In addition to that, if you don't know the position of those, but you'd like to know them, I do have a free chart calculator that you'll find at the link above. And if you want a deeper dive into your own personal horoscope, then obviously this video horoscope will allow. I have a vast range of astrological services on offer with many special offers available to you at the link above. So, some people talk a lot of hogwash. Only thing is when it comes out in the wash, the hogs are usually a lot cleaner than they are. And that's just a really fancy way of saying you're probably dealing with a lot of people during the month of January that you're feeling are full of a lot of BS. You're having a conflict of beliefs, perhaps with a coworker or with a colleague, and it may be on a certain level that this is placing you in a position where it feels to you like A, you're either thinking of walking away from your job, or B, if this just involves a community, which it very well may, you're considering walking away from that as well. But here's the thing. I don't want to tell you what to do, okay? Because ultimately that decision has to be up to you. But over the course of the month, these things that are coming to the surface for you now, this conflict of beliefs that you're having, where you're feeling adamant about something and you're feeling like you really have to stand your ground about a point or two or three that you're really passionate about. Well, here's the nasty little thing. We're all full of a lot of hogwash on one level or another. And it's likely going to be that later on in the month, you come to a recognition of that, especially as Venus will be conjuncting Saturn a little bit later on in the month, around the 19th or the 20th is the exactitude of that. And that's going to be taking place in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra in your 10th house. And it's likely going to cause you to reconsider some of the things that you might have said earlier in the month. So that doesn't mean you should censor yourself. Heaven forbid me for telling a Gemini to censor themselves. I would not want to do that, and I actually mean that. Here's the deal. The nodes are shifting signs later in the month, and we will be having the South Node, which we call in Vedic astrology K2, and the North Node, which we call Rahu in Vedic astrology, shifting into your fourth and 10th houses. This is a very difficult position for the nodes because it usually brings up an energy for the person of feeling stuck, hamstrung about decisions. And when this impacts the angles of the horoscope, it impacts our external life in a way that makes it hard to make decisions. And so what's going to be happening is K2 is going to be transiting your fourth, your house of security, those things that make you feel stable, whilst Rahu is going to be pushing its way through the house that goes, yeah, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to take a stand for the things that you really believe in, right? And equally, this can impact you in terms of career because it'll make you choose the thing that you're ultimately going to feel most inwardly satisfied with, and like what's really going to make you feel ultimately the most successful within, over and above those things that make you feel like your life is secure or stable, but that comes at a battle for you. And we also have some aspects taking place early in the month. We have Mercury squaring off with Neptune. This is happening about the same time that you might be going through this experience with your work environment. And you're taking a look at how, well, this whole situation that I'm dealing with might fall apart, and I might want to reconsider how I interact and work with other people. And sure, that's positive on one level because on a certain level, it's going to cause you to reassess a lot of the things that you believe in, take a look at some core beliefs or ethics which may be guiding your decisions as well as your words, and perhaps cause a change or a shift of that, and equally a level of forgiveness for those people that you found a little bit of conflict with. But at the same time, you can't deny the underlying feeling that is saying to you that a change is in the works, that your life needs to realign in a direction that's going to feel, well, a little more in accord, that's the word I want to use, with what you're feeling inside of yourself and with what you believe. Sometimes we find ourselves sacrificing those things that we really believe in, but we really shouldn't sacrifice for the sake of trying to maintain a level of stability and security in our lives. Like I remember, and no, I don't have any Gemini placements, but I remember my dad giving me a hard time once, telling me that, son, sometimes you just have to suck it up and take it in the position that you're in. And, God bless my dad's soul, think of my dad all the time, love my father. But at the same time, I said back to him, yeah, and sometimes you really have to stand for what you believe in. And this is one of those times where you have to stand for what you believe in, Gemini, but at the same time, you have to do so with a little bit of tact, a little bit of diplomacy, and a little bit of recognition that, contrary to popular belief, you don't know absolutely everything. So accept as much. Be willing to let go of some preconditioned beliefs around security, stability, and what success actually means. But don't be afraid to go in the wild and untamed direction. If you could use a little bit of help taking a look at these particular factors more deeply in connection with your own personal horoscope, again, several different levels of astrological service are available at my astrological services page, which you will find linked above. I'm going to go now before I get more tongue twisted, but thanks for watching your January 2025 horoscope. Bye now.